And the man is here to bring us a sports, George Addo Jr.
Oh, yeah, done. Quickly, we've got two things to talk about. We continue our build-up to the Black Stars versus the Pharaohs of Egypt game. The 2018 World Cup qualifier to take place in Cape Coast. And I hope I told you the Cape Coast fans won that game for free because they tasted free in the waffle competition. And want a repetition of free in Cape Coast. So they have started the massive campaign to ensure they are allowed to watch the Black Stars for free.
Support the game.
I don't know what the National Sports Authority, but they're making some good arguments that we still won't qualify even if we win this game, and they're actually still struggling to find why they should be at the stadium. And so
there's no motivation to watch it, really.
Make it easy for them to come and watch.
Who gets the proceeds? Yeah. If they pay, who gets the proceeds?
No, it goes to the National Sports Authority, obviously. It goes straight to the government. Okay.
Give it to them.
So let's see if it's free. But they've registered.
If they are the ones taking the money, give it to them for free.
That's what Cape Coast, don't joke. Good morning to you if you're watching us from Cape Coast. Let's see how that game goes. We'll be there to see how it pans out. But we have to talk about the Black Stars, and we got the second training session yesterday. Two players dropped out. Christian Achu got injured, and Captain Asamoah Gyan. Now, that's the point. That's the point where people begin to get worried about Asamoah Gyan and the fact that in the last 2 years of his career, he's been, in and out of the dressing room, in and out with injuries, and he didn't play the last qualifiers, and then he's come for this one. He didn't train fully in the first day, joined the team on the second day, but had to limp off. And there is a lingering question. There's a question that is just up on the horizon. Can we answer that question? It's difficult. Is it about time, as Asamoah Gyan says, it's okay with football?
As long as he didn't qualify for Russia, I think it's in line if he leaves.
You know what? There's one thing on his mind, I think. Asamoah Gyan is looking at keeping himself till the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. That he feels will be his last shot at winning something for Ghana finally.
Yeah, but
this is 2017. We have a whole 2018 to go.
And you can say 2017 is almost over.
Yes.
But there are 12 months.
But even in 2017, the injuries have been just recurring. There's another thigh injury. We got from thigh to the knee. He's got ligament issues, and
I mean, if he were to go for another World Cup, if he were to go for another World Cup, I'll say he would go. Why? Because he's now the African player with the most goals in the World Cup.
So he can go and then
he can go and then cement it and push it forward. That's how come Germany was taking closer to the World Cup,
and all of that.
Because he scored
what would you do? What would be your advice if you had Asamoah Gyan by your side today? What would you tell him? Stop playing?
Charlie, choose.
That's what you would say?
I'll say these words.
Okay, well, that's
Charlie,
what you say. He choose.
He choose.
Let's move to boxing right now. So we know the Black Stars will play their critical games coming up as well. In Europe, the playoffs will begin. Yeah, we'll see where the likes of Greece and the other teams will get to qualify. We'll see 2 games coming up for you. But now let's talk about boxing. And Deontay Wilder is still giving Anthony Joshua the pressure. He says, if you say you are a champion, then come and fight me. Let me explain this, because this is what people don't understand. It's not like he's a hungry boxer, Deontay Wilder, somewhere who has got no portfolio really and is just trying to call out the world champion. Anthony Joshua has the WBA and IBF titles. Deontay Wilder has the original WBC title. So, I mean, if you're talking about who is really legit, you have to go for WBC, because WBC is the ish. WBC, that's why we respect Azuma Nelson and say he's gotten into the what the fame records. He's got into the books, the books of fame. He's right there for what do you call it? The boxing WBC Hall of Fame. He's deep into it. So you look at it there and you ask yourself the question: if Anthony Joshua wants to be called the true champion, he must try to take that WBC title away from Deontay Wilder. But he's looking at Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker is the current champion for WBO. He wants to beat Joseph Parker, get WBO, then it means he has WBO, WBA, and IBF. Then he can unify. The truth is, we haven't seen any champion. You can talk about Klitschko, talk about all the big guys who have come, having the 4 titles. The most anyone has done is 3 titles. But you think that, why don't you get WBC and WBA? According to, or from what we're picking, Joshua is not interested at all
in the
fighting.
WBC.
Yes, not fighting Deontay.
Is it like he doesn't want the WBC?
He's unsure because, you know, I mean,
he's running away from Wilder.
Anthony Joshua has fought, he's done some things, but he has to beat this guy and get him out of the way. But he's not looking at that at all. So far as we're concerned, it looks very much like he's going for, you know, Joseph Parker of New Zealand, who's the WBO champion. Amazing stuff, really.
Maybe he has to also storm his press conference like
you have to.
Ali did to Liston years ago.
Yes, but you need to, as a champion, you have the opportunity to choose who you want to fight with. You don't want to choose somebody who would quickly dethrone you. He's enjoying, that's the truth.
So Deontay Wilder will quickly dethrone
He's a Nigerian, he's a Brit, he's together. He knows what it means to market himself. And at this point, he needs to stay on before he can think about him. So maybe he does Parker, beats Parker, gives Parker, you know, a rematch, beats him again. By then, maybe this guy will have come down and would have gone out of that. It's scary to decide to go for, you know, Wilder. It's actually wild to go for Wilder at this point. So let's see how it pans out. But the pressure is really piling and it's building, and everybody knows where it is going. Let's see how everything.
It's a match I want to see. I won't lie to you.
Yes, the world wants
Who do you think will take it?
It's a difficult one. I've seen them in the boxing ring. I can't, because some are saying that the defense against you know, Steven is such that Anthony Joshua can beat him. But I tell you, when the boxer knows he's going to fight Anthony Joshua, their approach will be different.
Exactly.
So I'm sorry, it's too close to call. I know we'll have a big feast because they all talk a lot. So we'll have some wonderful sporting headlines.
Exactly. It's going to be a great build-up.
That's your sport. That's your sport.
Thanks very much, George Addo Jr., for bringing us the sports. And this has been News Desk. I am Daniel Daz.